G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into PvP and Go Battle League. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. So I'm currently veteran ranked, but I'm sitting at 2456. If you want to see me hit veteran and what team I use, I'll link to that now. But otherwise, let's jump in and get things started. So we're going to jump straight into the Great League. And well, this is the team that I actually hit. Veteran with, so give that one a try if you want to. The team I'm going to run today is actually from the Pokemon Go World Finals, so the winning team, which is Stunfisk, so the Galarian version with Mudshot, Rock Slide, and Earthquake. We've got Medicham with Counter, Ice Punch, and Psychic, so I actually prefer Power Up Punch. Obviously, Ice Punch is the overall better moveset, but I just like running Power Up Punch. And then Alolan Ninetales with Charm, Ice, Weather Ball, and Psyshock. So for this, the only issue I have here is it's very unlikely. So in that grand final, match 5, it was Stunfisk was led into Altaria, which is obviously a massively positive matchup. You've got two really good counters to the Altaria in both Stunfisk and the Alolan Ninetales with Charm. So yeah, that was two really, really positive matchups there. However, in the Open Great League, I don't remember the last time I ran into an Altaria, so it's very unlikely that this will be that will be the matchup that happens. So it's going to be a rough one. One of the things I am concerned with is Whaleren on the lead because I do see a lot of them, and obviously that's not a great matchup for the stun. I mean, it's it's okay, but it's not yeah great. So I don't want to see the Whaleren because those Earthquakes are going to be doing huge amounts of damage. At least with the Whaleren I can counter with Rock Slides. The other things that I don't want to see is Medicham. However, Medicham is going to be a little bit better if it's running the Ice Punch variant, well, Ice Punch and Psychic rather than Power Up Punch, because it's only the fast moves that are really going to be doing any sort of pressure. Other things that I don't want to see, Azumarill and Sableye are two big ones. And I think with how prevalent they were over Worlds, a lot of people will be using them again because they were, let's be honest, Azumarill and Medicham have been some of the best Pokemon from the very, very start of Go Battle League. So let's see what we get, and we're into the first match. So Stunfisk, what do we have? Into Scrafty. I could not want this match less, and what I'm actually going to do is jump into my own. Oh, and so this is interesting. 1, 2, 3, and let's just throw the Psychic straight away. And see what they want to do. So the good thing about, oh, so they've shielded that up, and I'm just going to let this completely go, which is questionable. So let's see. So Flame Charge coming through, which obviously it always was going to be. So there's one. Can I get there first? No, I can't. And this is another Flame Charge, which is fine. It does mean it's energy dry, so I'm going to have 3 Flame Charges to get to a move on my Stunfisk, and I'm going to let this countdown clock go because I want that Scrafty matched up against my Galarian. So there's 1, there's 2, and then throw now because I don't want them to get a whole bunch of extra energy. So I'm just going to store that up, throw the Rock Slide and see what they want to do. Obviously, I'm going to have to shield here as well. And then I need to beat them to 2. So 1, and just throw on 1 because I don't want them to sack swap either. So you just instantly get this job done. And that's my real pain gone. So expect them to come in with the Scrafty again, and let's see what they want to do. So Scrafty comes in, and I'm just going to come in with my Charm user, and this is going to be an interesting one here. So Let's see if I can call the bait. So the question here is, do I shield? And I'm going to do it. And it's the bubble beam. This is awful. This pretty much means that I lose this match, I believe. So had I called that bait correctly, I would have been okay. But because I didn't, they're going to be able to shadow ball me, and that's going to be good game right there. I don't think there's a lot that I can do here. Oh wow, I don't actually die from that. So the question is, can I charm this down? I can, which may actually be a worse thing because it means I get a counter worth of energy. Um, yeah, they do have power up punch here, which is going to be interesting. Um, so let's see if, oof, so yeah, can I get to an earth? No, they're going to get to another power up punch, and that's good game. So had I called the shield bait correctly, then I would have been in happy days, but because I didn't, that's game. So actually a close match, even though I lost that lead pretty badly, and they had a Stunfisk, and they had a Talonflame, which I really don't like to see. That seems to be a really popular choice at the moment. So yeah, really unfortunate for me there, but we'll see how we go. So what have we now got? So we'll jump into this second match, and hopefully we can actually get a decent lead, and see how we go. So Drapion on the lead is going to be okay. The crunches are going to be doing a lot, and I do want this thing to avoid seeing my others. So both of my others are not going to want to see this. So the question here is this going to, I assume this is going to crunch. And how much damage does that do? So not too much, so that's fine. So I'm actually going to throw an Earthquake here, Pressure Shields, and then swap in with my own. So I think what I'm going to come in with is the Charm. So there's, I think, 3. Let's count these moves. So I've so far been counting incorrectly. I still think that was only 5, but it was 7. Are you kidding me? This is what happened. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just throw the ice beam here because I don't want them to be able to throw a ice beam of their own without having to use a shield. So I just do want to win this matchup. So now we'll see what comes out. And I expect it to be that Drapion coming back out, which is fine. And I'm just going to go straight for the Ice Weather Ball here. Unfortunately, they just let that go. So it works out all right for me and does a little bit of damage. So question here is, yes, I am going to come in with the Stunfisk, obviously. And again, I'm going to no shield this, I think. And it is the crunch coming through. Let's hope it doesn't get the defense debuff. Oh, and they got to another one. That's really unfortunate. Gonna shield this up. Crunch comes through, and then unfortunately that was a CMP tie, and they got the defense debuff. Not ideal for me, but that is what it is. And then they're gonna let that go. So I'm actually just gonna swap out as well, and this is really bad. I'm not sure there's anything I can do here. Um, The only thing I can sort of hope for is that yeah, and at this point, it doesn't even matter if they bait. If they bait, they're going to be able to Shadow Claw me down before I get to another charge move. If they don't bait, then yeah, it's good game either way. So let's just end that one up. There's nothing I can do, and we'll jump into the next one. So this leading, yeah, so like I said, leading Galarian Stunfisk is questionable. I mean, that was a positive lead, I guess. Obstagoon on the lead. I'm actually going to jump into my Medicham here, and they're going to jump into a Golbat, which is fine. And I'm just going to go straight Ice Punch here. And the question is, are they going to go Poison Fang, or are they going to go for the bait here, which, well, Poison Fang is the bait, or are they just going to go straight Shadow Ball? I'm just going to let this go, completely let it go, and we'll see what they want to do. So it is the Shadow Ball, and it's going to be taking me out. So at the moment, I just cannot win a bait game. So, and they get to a charge move at the same time. Really frustrating here. Because obviously they're going to let this go, and it is the Poison Fang, which is fine, but it does mean that, let's see if I can actually undercharge this. Let's leave it at that and see what it does, and no, too much, and then out comes their Obstagoon. So I'm just going to let this throw a charge move here. I say let it, but and then I'm going to swap into my, so cross chop coming through, and then let's just swap this out and see what they want to do. And they've got the Shadow Nidoqueen. There's nothing I can do there. They have alignment. And so that's really unfortunate that they have a team that it's just, yeah, the alignment. So had they had things in a different order, maybe I would have been okay. But to be honest, there's not really that much in my team that handles the Nidoqueen. I'm just trying to think, like, even the, yeah. So we'll see what goes on here. So it is the Shadow variant. Let's see what they want to do here. So we'll let them again throw one move. I'm not going to shield this up, and then if it is the Shadow Ball, fine. And then I'm just going to swap straight out. See what they want to do. So they come in with the Talonflame, and so this seems to be a really popular team. So let's just go straight for the Ice Weather Ball here, and they're going to let that go. So there's, so I'm actually shielding this up because I got a fast move through there, and I may just be able to take this thing out and sneak through a win here. So I'm going to shield again. I know I'm going down 2 shields, but it's going to be interesting to see. So this is obviously a mistake here, but what are you going to do? So you're going to throw the Psybeam here, get the shield, and then let's just jump into the next one, throw the Earthquake, and see what we can do. So this is going to be really interesting to see what they have in the back. Unfortunately, they're going to Shadow Ball me, and that's going to be a good game. So this actually works out, well, okay, I guess. So probably should have, if they've got Brave Bird, I'm absolutely done for. That was pretty quick to get there, so I'm hoping that they don't have the Brave Bird, but we'll see. And of course, they have the Brave Bird. Yeah, I mean, I'm not liking this team in open, just because yeah, I just don't think it's working for me. Clearly, because I've had 4 matches and I've lost every single one. I haven't got a good lead. I've lost every single lead. So I just don't think. So what is going on here? We'll see if we can actually get a win on the board with this team. and we'll see if we can find an opponent this time. So hopefully we're able to find a decent match. But I do think I'm going to. I won't be playing this team again. Um, it's just in this without seeing what the opponents have. There's no point bringing, um, yeah, the Stunfisk and Alolan Ninetales in. It's just too weak to what is the meta for Open Ultra League. Obviously, it worked very, very well for in that game number 5, but they had perfect alignment there. Like I said, Altaria pretty much was the reason they won that match, so very convincingly. Without Altaria there, probably would have been a really rough time. Um, and had yeah, so had they brought in the um, Whaleren instead, or even brought in the Licky Tongue, yeah, you would have seen a much more difficult, and we hit another negative lead. So this team is just not going to be worthwhile in this meta. So I'm actually just going to throw the rock slides here. Um, if we can correctly shield up a Shadow Ball, then we can actually win this match. So the question is this first one going to be Shadow Ball? If we shield up a Seed Bomb, we lose this match. If we shield up a Shadow Ball, we're in with a shot. And so we've shielded up the Shadow Ball, so that's a good start. Um, and then we can let the other go. So let's hope. So we'll no shield this one. And if it is the Shadow Ball, that's fine as well. It is a second Shadow Ball coming through. And then let's jump in. So they were looking to sack onto the Swampert there. So I'm not going to shield this first one up. Being the non-Shadow variant, if it is the Earthquake, it's not going to take me out, but that's fine. So I am going to now shield. And let's see. So double Hydro Cannon comes through, which is fine. 1, 2. Let's just throw this Ice Beam here. And force them to shield if they want to win this matchup, and they don't, so they let it go, which is fine. And they're going to, yeah, come in and throw the Seed Bomb. Seed Bomb's going to be doing enough, obviously, to take me out. And I think this is a really, I can't farm them down before they take me out here. Oh, and that's interesting. So let's throw this Psychic, and let's jump in and throw the throw the Rock Slide, and that should be enough to take this out. And the question here is, how much energy does this have? Oh, not enough. Not enough. So able to get one, but that was hard work. So I had to try and really think of the win condition there, and my only win condition was exactly what I did. So was able to go one, still got a negative lead, and yeah, so just might have to move back to my old team and try and then, well, try and well, that's not where I wanted to go, and try and climb back up the rankings. But so it's a little bit, obviously, it's a really good team, and let's be honest, I'm nowhere near as good a player as anyone that was remotely close to being at Worlds. They were all absolutely insane. Some of those sack swaps and the catches that people were doing were absolutely glorious, and I would hate to be on the other side of them as the other player. It's just brutal. So really good to watch Worlds. I would recommend if you haven't, jump on YouTube and check them out. There's some really good battles there, and it just shows you how far well above those players are compared to my own poor style. And I've really got to learn my counts because I was failing to count on an Azumarill, and they were counting on lock-ons from a Registeel. Like it's just crazy how insanely skilled they are at this game. So maybe not a fair representation of that team because obviously I'm nowhere near that level, but it's really hard when you're losing leads every match. So let's see how we go in the next one. If you're not subscribed, hit that button down below. Otherwise, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.